What's good, everyone? It's your boy AnimeAnalyst, aka the Young Jiggy Ninja. Today we're gonna be talking about Boruto episode 19, Sarada Uchiha. Now, this episode was definitely a step in the right direction away from the kind of boring ass episodes we kind of got from last week. Even though it was interesting, it was still kind of boring because for those who've seen the anime OVA or whatever it was about Naruto becoming Hokage, already knew what happened, so it was really kind of boring. So we're finally getting into the anime adaptation of the manga, the 7th Hokage, Scarlet Spring, and it heavily focuses on Sarada, which is great for me because I'm enjoying Sarada's character a lot, like so much, considering that I've seen her and all the other characters. I'm very much enjoying all of the characters more that I've seen them kind of progress through the Boruto series and not just plopped on. Like when I first got introduced to the next generation, it was kind of like foreign and I didn't really know too much about them, so I couldn't really connect with them. But after seeing these characters like interact with each other and kind of do their own thing in the Boruto manga, it makes me enjoy them more. So in the beginning, we got kind of the next generations and their parents bonding and interacting. I just find that so cool, especially Shikadai and Shikamaru, and like Rock Lee and Metal Lee, and then Inojin and Sai. Like, it's just dope seeing them all together, and especially Chocho and Choji. Like, it's really cool just seeing the characters I grew up watching interact with this new generation and how they act with them. It's just funny. And I definitely would say that in this episode it shows you how much more human the show is compared to the other shows like Shippuden and the original Naruto, considering that they really have a built-up Naruto universe and have normal stuff like Sarada was at the library and stuff like that looking up information on the Uchiha. Like I felt like that was dope, and it was interesting seeing how the village interpreted the shit that happened in Shippuden and the original Naruto. Like, it had all the Uchiha are basically gone except for Sasuke and his daughter, and it had like the Uchiha information about the Sharingan and all the other stuff. I was just like, wow, that is so dope. So people can just go to the library and look up information about the Uchiha clan and all the other stuff. And then when they had Sasuke's information locked behind the computer, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, considering not everybody needs to know about Sasuke, like what he did against the Kages and all other bullshit. Because imagine Sarada going up there and then she finding all this information about Sasuke that's in his past, and considering that Sasuke was really a product of what happened to him. It wasn't like he was just a bad kid. He was just a product of the situations that had happened to him. So I don't know, it just paints the wrong picture for Sasuke. So I can see why they have that information locked down, and considering that people really put a target on Sasuke and Naruto's back, so they need to keep the information classified. So yeah, seeing also Chocho and Sarada's dynamics are really fun to watch. It's just Chocho or Sarada said that they were best friends, and this kind of solidifies that like that Chocho Sarada connection is there, and I enjoy the two of them together just clowning around, and Chocho just adds that level of humor to like Sarada's kind of like. I enjoy Chocho with Sarada because Chocho helps Sarada loosen up and like kind of laugh a little, and it's just really interesting how Chocho interacts with her dad and her mom, telling Choji that he's embarrassing her and all that other bullshit. And like the little comedy that they slip into the episode is funny as hell, like with Mitsuki, because he's so socially awkward. Like when Chocho was like, I don't know if he's really my dad or some bullshit like that, Mitsuki was basically like came out of nowhere and was just sitting there, and he was telling her how you have like heroic tragic heroine syndrome or some bullshit. He was basically saying you got problems, like you need to stop. And he was saying how he could tell she was from the Akamichi clan without even fucking looking at the crest, because Chocho's kind of chubby. I'm like, damn, my man roasting Chocho. And then she was basically saying like, get out of here, Mitsuki, you're not funny. So Mitsuki was just sitting there next to them while they were eating or whatever, and he was just sitting in the background. I'm like, yo, Mitsuki's a clown, bro, on the low. Like, I like Mitsuki's character a lot ever since she's kind of been fleshed out with this Boruto series. And one also thing I noticed was that also shout out to the people for putting Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan as the basically main Mangekyo Sharingan when they were covering the Mangekyo Sharingan. They had Itachi's up there. I thought they were gonna have like Sasuke's or something, but shout out to them for putting Itachi's in there. And I also have a question: why does Sasuke have an Akatsuki robe on in the picture that Sakura has? That's basically like confirming that Sasuke was a fucking criminal in the past, because the Akatsuki is a criminal organization. I know it's faded into the past, but still, in the manga, I'm pretty sure it was just like a plain color jacket with no Akatsuki clouds on it. But in this, they have like the fucking cloud. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? Other than that, it was dope seeing Sasuke at the end of the episode. I'm definitely anticipating like seeing the animated version of Sasuke and Sarada interacting. And then at the end of the episode, we got Sasuke wandering, and we get to see Shin Uchiha attack Sasuke, and he kind of turns around and like it's about to fight him. So next episode, Naruto is about to depart, and then Chocho and Sarada are gonna come with them because they want to meet up with Sasuke, and then they have to deal with the whole Shin Uchiha deal. So this episode is dope. Can't wait for next week to see all this shit animated. Like, I bought the manga for it. That's how much I love this arc, and I just think it's dope. So AnimeAnalyst, really all I got to say about this episode. I definitely suggest keeping up with this Sarada arc that's about to go down because it's dope. I mean, what else can I say? Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment how much you like this arc if you have seen it before, or if you haven't seen it, tell me like what you feel about this arc. Like, do you feel it's about to be lit? Like, are you anticipating things? Like, just tell me your thoughts in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and actually hit my notifications, the bell icon, and make sure it says you'll get all my post notifications. AnimeAnalyst, Young Jiggy Ninja, we out of this bitch. Peace.